Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Championship Series CGP League Finals Round 1 match. This match is going to be between the Faction AU and AVANT-GARDE. I'm excited for it. I'm Myksta, and joining me for this Round 1 match will be Jabbo. Jabbo, how are you feeling for this match?
Mike, I'm always excited to cast it here, and especially being the CGP Winners Finals Round 1 against, two most favoured teams here in the OzCOD community. We have the Faction up against Avant, as you did introduce him, here playing on Hardpoint Retreat, and I'm really excited to be watching this gameplay, let alone casting it.
And with that being said, it is going to be hardpoint retreat, as you mentioned. Of course, over onto the court side for this first hardpoint. It is the Faction who have gotten this kill control and then therefore being able to get a couple more points on the board, currently leading 13 points to 0. Now, they've got this locked down. It was Barney who was in that hardpoint itself, and you do see, of course, them being able to pick off a couple of kills. Avant, though, have been able to push on through to put 4 points on the board, but straight back at it is the Faction who have, just gone back in and made that hill their own.
Yeah, look, we're seeing a very dominant game already by the Faction, and we see that along with why they're playing always. I'd like to point out Barney here using the IMR. He did this in the Does Play Season 1 Finals. I'm pretty sure against Avant as well, and all the other teams, they did take that one out as well. And also another side note to introduce here is they've both taken series against each other. So this is going to be a very tight series, let alone this game.
Yeah, within that, it's technically they have taken a series each, but one of them was a forfeit. So technically the only match that was played was actually taken by the Faction AU, and that was actually 3-1 to the Faction as well. So technically they might have taken a series each, but statistically, maybe not so much. So I just wanted to clear that one up, and as you can see, they are swarmed over onto this turtle side, and it's going to be the Faction showing that normal respawn dominance that we normally see them, have, and they're leading 42 points to 19 with that. You see Hopi trying to push on in, getting taken down in the process. Right now, Barney's just able to pick off a double kill, Blue with the single, and he's going to control that scrap time, and they're going to be setting up for this next high point. But Avant, they've decided to go pick off these kills on the interception. They picked off 2 on that, and they're going to try and set up for next.
Yeah, we have Avant here setting up next, and it's actually the rotate's going to be in their favour as it's all blue. You can see the little points there, trying to rush this hard point, trying to get the scrap this time for next. And it looks like they have done so as we have Luca and Blue inside the hard point. Blue going to drop though, Luca inside of here, shot's going down. It's going to be contested, but he is going to drop to Dean, and now it's going to be in favour of the team of Avant here as they're holding this one, 2 players in. And, we got Dean here pushing in, he's going to pick up a kill, and Swifty back here holding with the bow in hand. And this game is just close enough, just about to be tied up.
That it is, 52 points to 46 and counting for the moment. Both teams have a player in this hard point. About to make it 2 is the Faction as they go through and, they're able to really make quick work of that hard point. Avant have been able to, get in times where they've been able to get that control and, get a couple of kills. And as you see from the scoreboard, catch back up a couple of times. But the Faction have been able to always clear through a path and make something happen when it's always counted. Now you see Avant able to pick off those kills, saw them off the hard point, but that hard point is now over. Through that rotation, the Faction have been able to spawn back and they've been able to try and set up. But Avant have gotten these first points off this actual hard point. It's actually going to be Benno working on a triple kill. Now he gets 1, gets tags on 2 more though, and he's working with this one. He gets tags on another player, tries to dash to the side, gets taken down, and Maka, who's playing under MF Den's fan, was able to once again try to get tags, but it's Dean who's able to get the triple kill.
Yeah, look, they're going to start pushing out here. You're about to get the points, and it's about to be a tied game. We're seeing, kills just going down. Swifty was there trying to hold those spawns, and they might have flipped there. Yeah, they have. The spawns have flipped, and now you see the Faction spawning up around the cave side, and this is great for advance. This is what they want. They are now taking the lead here. Mac are going to get naded inside. It's going to be contested, but Luca going to drop that one. Barney picking up 1, and Swifty picking up 1 as well. And then Blue, we have all players on the Faction picking up a kill within 3 seconds of each other. And the rotation here for the next hard point is going to be in favour of the Faction. They're going to be holding this one down as they take the lead here now with 5 minutes 45 left on the clock.
That it is, and you know, I'm really interested to see how this one will pan out with 5 minutes 40 on the clock, because we haven't even passed that halfway point. The scores, haven't even hit these triple digits yet. It's been going back and forth. The faction's still always in this lead. Through this hotel hard point, though, they haven't really been contested all that much, and you see them watching those entrances, and Hope is about to come through that front door. One's going to come on the stairs as well, so this could be an opportunity for them. And if they can get that hotel control and they can get a good setup of it, they can catch back up in terms of these points. But it is going to be the faction who are likely about to hit those triple digits. There we go, 101 points, accounting to 71 of Avants. And right now we're about to hit that halfway point here in the time limit. And I mean, they're still trying to contest this one with 8 seconds remaining. It doesn't even seem like they're going to give them an edge.
Yeah, look, Avant, they have to push the hill. Wait, there's 8 seconds left on that clock, Mike, and at this point, it's so close that, Avant probably have the mindset this is going to go right down to the time running this game out, not the score, and they want as many points as they can. So 8 seconds, that's equivalent to around 8 points there, and they need that. That's what's going to win that. That could potentially win them the game, and if they get that and win in the game, then they're going to be like, yo, fellas, we just got that 8 seconds back in the last hard point, and that's what won us the game. Let's work off that. Our scrims, we're going to work off the 8 seconds there, but we do have teams as well that talk about, don't push the 8 seconds, let them have the scraps, let's set up next. But that's what I was talking about. Avant do think that the time is going to run this game out, and that's how they want to play this mindset. That's their mindset, and that's why they took the scraps there.
Yeah, and I mean, just as you were saying that, I was on board with Luca. He did get a nice couple of kills on screen there, but unfortunately did get taken down. Now, right now, we do have Luca once again off that spawn. The game seems to love him because the game seems to be bringing me back to his screen, and you are going to be, unfortunately having him die. So I should stop talking about players because it doesn't seem to work. Or stopping over to the Avant team, we got Maka right now. He's just going to be over onto this hotel side. He's going to be trying to push over to this turtle. He'll get taken down. Blue's going to be in this hard point. You see that scoreline hasn't really been going in favor of Avant, but now it has. They've gotten a couple points of this one. Now they just need to hold this one, and I mean they've gotten a couple of points. But as you see just then, the faction off their spawns are able to regroup as a team and then push that hard point. And for Avant, their spawns have been out. There's only been one player on this hard point, and the faction has just been able to have an easy run for it. Now, while Avant might have been able to go back into this hard point itself, they've got a long road ahead, and they need to start doing it from this hard point.
Yeah, look, there's a point in hard point where you can just call it game, The dominant team obviously going to drift away in points, and that's for this scoreboard right here, 151 to 100. There's 3 minutes left, so, if they are staying around the 120 mark and the faction are going to get over 200, around 210, then it's most likely going to go into the faction's way. It's just like an S&D, like it's a 5-3 situation, 5 to, for example, the faction, and 3 in favor of Avant. It's most likely that it's going to go to the team in favor, and the faction are proving my point right here. They're just going to get these points, and once they take over to 200, it's going to be about more than a whole hard point that Avant have to hold to try and get back in winners. That's not really the most viable thing you want here in the CGP round 1 winners match between these two.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, it's not the most ideal situation to have yourself right now, but Hope is going to make the best of a bad situation, getting a good double kill. Barney gets a double kill in return right here. 2 players from the faction are there, 168 and counting to 117 right now. Still, remember, it is a best of 5 series for these finals maps, so if they can't have too much of a good luck here in this hard point, they always have search and destroy, and then a capture the flag / uplink to make forward with that one. But Blue and Luca, and just the whole the faction squad itself, I mean, look at Barney, 37 kills for himself. He's gotten a lot of captures as well. You can see that from the overhead. 9 captures. We do have Maka, unfortunately, timing out. That's never a good sign, especially with the last minute 40 left on the clock. But the faction have got a great lead into this one, and especially now 3v4, I don't see Avant pulling it back.
Yeah, look, they're going to take that 200 mark there, and Maka lagging out of the game. We don't know what happened there. He could have lagged down, or he could have dashboarded. That's I don't even know what happened. But, that's really, unless Avant can pull something extraordinary out of their pockets, from their sleeves, that it's looking like the faction are actually going to take this one in this first best of 5 series.
Definitely does seem to be the case. 67 seconds on this clock, but of course we might not even hit that if they can hit that time limit. Swifty is going to be dying on your screen. Luca going to be able to take down one. There we go. There's the second one as well. Still defending that. 2 seconds left in the hard point. So they're going to go for this rotation. Of course, over to that last hard point there to the hotel. Can they get 25 more points and secure this map? Or will the 45-second time limit reach its limit first? We're about to find out. Luca's going to drop Swifty. Decides to go on blue instead of when I press Swifty, but that is okay. Swifty's going to be getting these points, and it still could go, either to a score limit or to a time limit. But the faction 100% have this map in the back.
Yeah, I just want to point out the incredible slaying power from Barney. He's dropped 43 kills, may drop a few more here, 44 as I say it, and that's at the 250 point mark. But Barney dropping that many kills here against such a high, a high caliber team. Avant. This is not the newly formed Avant with Izay and Hysteria and Wolfie. This is the odd one who originally signed up for the CGP league. But to drop that against such a high caliber team is quite incredible. And you have to give him props for basically half winning that game for the faction.
Yeah, definitely did a great job at that. Of course, 44 kills was his final total, but you had a lot of 30s across the board as well. That was Blue, Hopi, and Benno who managed to hit that point as well. Now, we should ideally have all players in the lobby in just a moment. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back soon with map number 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Championship Series CGP Finals Round 1 match here between the Faction AU and AVANT-GARDE. Now, we had a hard point retreat for our first map here in this series. It went in the Faction's favour, but Jabbo, do you want to give me a little bit of a rundown of how that map actually went?
Yeah, it was a 250 to 127 win in favour of the faction, and we had Barney dropping 44 kills there. But before I talk about that even more, I've actually got an error. Server rejected our connection request, and I've lagged out of the game. I don't know if you are still in the game, Mike.
It's just you. I'm still in the game. I'm looking at some nice search and destroy on Detroit here, where Maka was able to actually pick up the first kill there on Barney, and Hopi is going to be over into the garage. So I guess since you're not here, I'll have to solo this one, which is fine. But you can always be there for a little bit of emotional support. Hopi actually gets wrecked there by Luca. Just charges in through the window, shutting him straight down. Now, Dana's also dropped there by Swifty through the moors. So it's a 3v2 situation. Now, with this, the faction have those numbers, and Avant a little bit of a sticky situation because they're split up. They're not really together, but Benno has picked up this bomb. Now, I'm not too sure if he just saw one there. He will be able to now. He will be able to shut down Luca. That's making it into a 2v2. Now, Mac is in a good position here, and he just needs to really hold this one if that player decides to go around the corner, or Benno just has to be careful. Let's see which one of the two is going to be. It does seem like it's going to be a trade. So it's a 1v1 situation. The difference is Blue knows where his opposition player basically is, but it doesn't really seem to matter because, I mean, what did we just see? So right now, we're going to be seeing that around in the kill cap. We're going to be seeing in just a moment. There we go. Maka rotating over. So he was able to go through that side window, able to see the player. Blue, I was about to say that he really knew where Maka was on the other side of the map, over onto that schoolyard, but Maka just decided to push him, decided to play aggressive, and was able to go ahead and get that round for himself. So that's going to be 1-0, and that is going to be now the faction on the attacking side. So right now, Swifty is going to be over into the basement side of things. He's going to be running it up over into the car park. Now, his teammates are with him, and they're going to be going to look to go anyway, over into this schoolyard to push for a B-side bomb. Now, they're going to be trying to go for something, and Mac and Benno will fall from that. So 3 players up against 2. The 3 ended up winning, and actually surprisingly, none of the players did drop there out of the faction side, and apparently through the whole round as well, because they were able to take it out without dropping a life and able to go ahead and even up the overall scoreline here, making it 1-1, and going with it for themselves and evening up this scoreboard. Of course, you don't want to be that team always catching up, so they're going to be wanting to go for that consecutive round. Now, Jabbo, I know you're still with me, so give me a little bit of insight from a player's perspective. What do you prefer? Do you prefer your attacking rounds, or do you prefer your defensive rounds?
Well, this is an easy question. You would rather your defensive sides here, only because you don't want to be the one who has to check the corners. You know, you have a massive advantage if you're the defensive side. You can be in a corner. It's up to the offensive side to check that, to not have their sights up, to not be ready for a team to push them. And you know, referring back to your question, I'm going to say defensive side, as you know, that's more. It's sensible. It's more sense. You would rather be on defense than offense, only because. The one defending, I guess.
Fair enough. Right now, we have had this bomb planted here on this B side. As you can see, Swifty takes down one. Benno takes down Luca in return. Right now, Hopi is going to be checking over through to this bomb side. Player's going to be contesting there into the schoolyard. 1v1. He contests through the outside, but no, he will lose that one. Blue will be shooting the bodies in return, and Blue able to take that one. 18 seconds. They have plenty of time to go for this defuse, and it's going to be a good defuse at that to put them in the lead. 2-1 for themselves. I mentioned they needed a consecutive round, and they managed to do just that. Remember, they are up in the series 1-0 as well. Best of 5, and overall, I mean, it's a 4-team double elimination bracket here for these finals. You win one match, you're in the money. You win two, you've guaranteed yourself top 2 as well. And I mean, you win 3, and I guess you've basically gone to, you know, in the winners bracket. You know, you've basically won it all. So 2,400 for first. I do believe 1,200 for second and 400 for third off the top of my head. I'm not too sure if that's exactly accurate, but it should be thereabouts. Right now, we do have 2 players down straight away there from the faction team. That is going to be, of course, Swifty and Luca. And, you know, that's going to now be Blue adding to that death kill total, because it's only going to be Barney left alive, and he's currently going 1 and 2 as well. So he's going to have the Moore's variable zoom in his secondary pocket, running with that overkill. Of course, got the ASM-1 to his main, and you are going to be seeing those attachments there as well as those perks. He goes to contest through the backside, but he will get taken down. That's AVANT evening up the scoreboard, 2-2. And, yeah, that's going to be them being able to tie up this overall score right now with that one. With that being said, that was Maka on your round in the kill cam. Of course, once again, for those who might not be too aware, Maka going under the game tag MF Den's fan. Definitely a fan, and it seems to work well for them in their previous series, where they did take out, you know, the tiebreaker match to secure this third place, this third seed coming into this finals. So he did say that they're not really going to lose because of that game tag. So we'll see if that's going to be put to the test here. Hopi is going to be on your screen right now. Now you do notice, once again, we're going to be going for a B-side push. There's going to be play at the bottom of the stairs, as you can see, with COD vision, as they will spot that one. A little bit of shaky shots. They're able to clean it up in the end. Hopi being the one to pick off that kill. Going to get shot on the side. There's going to be Swifty and Luca getting taken down there. So that's going to be Blue taking down Hopi. It's a 3v2. The bomb now going to get picked up there by Dean. He rotates over to the schoolyard, and he'll be going back over to this B-side bomb. Now he's going to have, once again, those 2 players from the faction to contest with him. Barney, who you can see here over at the car park, and Blue over onto, from what I can tell, the double cars there over the map, over the back of the bus stop, going into lockers right now. So they just got to be careful. They've got to watch that side, and do get a couple of shots out. Now it is still a 1v2 situation. Blue's going to be contesting this one though. Will he be able to pick it off? No, I do believe that was Maka who was able to take him down, therefore being able to take Avant once again into the lead. So far, you know, we've got the first round from Avant, then 2 rounds from the faction, then 2 rounds from Avant, and they've been able to really be able to, you know, to play this one strong, this search and destroy, and we've been having mixed rounds as well, attacking rounds, defending rounds, and yeah, from there we are going to be having Avant halfway to taking out this map and tying out the series. But will it be the case? That is the question. Now, Jabbo, I know you're not in here, but I want you to be included here in this map. Who are you tipping to get the first kill off the top of your head? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm going to say Swifty.
Okay, let's jump on board with Swifty. He does have the bomb in hand, mind you, so he's going to be reloading. He did get a couple of shots out, so he wasn't able to pick up the kill just yet. He's going to be circling for this one, though, and as spot him, and he was able to pick off the kill. So nice prediction there. Did have a player right behind him, though, as well. Gets a couple of shots in. No, unfortunately, he will die as well. Blue's there, picks up the bomb, and he's going to be circling for this player, just checking around through all the pillars, all the corners right there, and we are going to be having him, you know, just still really looking. Blue's really trying to wait for his teammates to make a play, or wait for an enemy to make a mistake, which just happened there as he pushed out through the schoolyard window. Now Blue's got that sniper out, and he was trying to get a shot off, but now he's going to just, you know, play to his odds and go towards this school side and try to plant this bomb, play that OBJ that of course he picked up there from Swifty. So he's going to try and get this bomb down, and it is of course only going to be Benno, last live in a 1v3 situation. Does get spotted. Unfortunately, he didn't spot that player in the corner, and he does get taken down. That ties things up 3-3, and we are You know, we are on a tied field. So both teams are halfway there. Both teams have taken out, you know, consecutive rounds and single rounds for themselves. But the question is, which team will be able to make something happen? Now, Jabbo, once again, you know, I'm gonna ask you to really do the only thing you can do at your current stage is make a prediction. Who are you seeing to take out this map, and what scoreline?
The scoreline, is it in favour? It's right. It's 3-3, right? Because I'm watching the stream. I'm trying to stay on board with what you're saying and the stream. You know, I'm really going to give this to Avant. They obviously were empowered, if that's a word, unpowered with in their respawns, and I feel like a non-respawn is just what they need to jump back into the series. So I'm just going to go with Avant for this one to type this best of 5 series.
Well, it's not looking good for them too much at the moment. They did just lose that round. You know, they unfortunately just got picked off a little early. They got taken down there in the end, and Swifty's now getting this defuse for them. So it is going to be 4-3, and that is going to bring it into the factions team. But you know, you did mention about Avant, you know, being a search and destroy, being something to take it and bring that momentum forward. I do definitely agree with that, and I think they can maybe be able to do it. But I also think that if the faction are able to take out this map, that could be basically the game over for them if they go back over to a respawn and play as strong as they did there on that hard point. Because we know them to be a strong respawn team, regardless, you know, what they're playing. I mean, we've seen Capture the Flags where they won 10-2 and stuff like that, as well as certain uplink games as well. But you know, I guess we just have to really see how these guys are going to be playing this, and go from there, I suppose. Hobie is going to be on your screens, getting taken down, unfortunately, there for that one. As Swifty will be going for those shots in, and you are going to be having, right now, them pushing over in a 2v1 situation. Benno over onto this B side of the map. Now he's going to get taken down, unfortunately enough, and just like that, he's going to get taken down right now. And that is about to be the round in the kill cam in just a moment, I do believe, coming right up. There you go. Barney's going to be on your screen. Now, there was a couple of dropped frames detected, I do believe, so I do apologize for that. And we should be able to bring that one back for you all right there. 5-3, though, becomes the overall count there for that. And we are going to be having, you know, the team of the faction definitely in the lead here for that one, and we're going to see what they can maybe make do. Will this be the final round of this search and destroy? And unfortunately, we'll miss the shot there. Benno was actually hoping he can get that shot. He did get tagged, though. So that could be one thing to keep an eye on. I did see Swifty there, so he's likely going to get that call out, as well as pushing up the sniper through for that one. We're going to be having, of course, Luca and Barney picking up those kills, so not looking good for here for Avant. Hope he answers back with the single kill there, taking down Luca. Now he's going to be going through back down the garage ramp, the car park ramp. And we'll be seeing his teammate there over the front, over onto the Atlas as well. It's going to be Dean. He's just going to be circling through it. He spots one. He will be able to pick up the first kill. He's going to answer back, and the player's going to be over to his right, though. Will he spot him? He's actually going to be in the Atlas itself. So he's going to go for a quick reload. His teammate's circling back as well. Shots to go out. I hope he does 4. So he's going to rotate for this one. He's trying to circle him, but no, he will get taken down. That is going to be 6-3, and you are going to be seeing your round in the kill cam with the faction going up 2-0 for that one. And yeah, just like that, Swifty on your round ending kill cam. That's going to make it 2-0. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back soon with map number 3 for what I do believe is a capture the flag. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Championship Series CGP Finals match. Round 1 match between the faction AU and AVANT-GARDE. Now, right now, you are going to be having the, contrary to what the scoreboard tells you, actually a 2-0 to the faction. So I do know that says 1-0. I'm currently updating that right now. But we do have capture the flag ascend, and unfortunately, Jabbo, in the process of resetting some stuff, was unable to rejoin the lobby. So I'm going to be soloing the main action for this one, but I'll be definitely throwing it back to him every now and then for his opinion on things. But with that, we've already got a flag pull there by Luca. Now he's going to be running it over into the circle room. There's a player right above him. He's just dipping and diving, turns around, goes for these kills, and was able to actually pick off that kill in the end as well. So he's done a great job of just maneuvering this flag. Player's going to be there to meet him, though, and his teammates now know it. They're working with these call-outs. They're trying to get these shots out, and they are able to get that first flag cap into the game in exactly 50 seconds. Now, Jabbo, I'm throwing this one over to you now, and I might interrupt you if there's something exciting going on, but you know these guys have played Capture the Flag Ascend before, and they have dominated on this one in both CyberGamer competitions and both on other competitions. Tell me the faction on Capture the Flag Ascend.
Well, it's delayed respawn, which everyone should know. So they were dominant in that. Wait, just make sure to double back. Did Avant or the faction win the S&D?
It was the faction, so they're up 2-0.
All right. Well, you know, so they shot themselves in the no respawn in the S&D. They did play a very dominant game in the instant respawn, and now it's a delayed respawn. It's only sensible if I say that they won't be dominant in this as well, as it played well in a non-respawn and a instant respawn. It's basically delayed respawns in the middle, and there's no reason why I say they shouldn't win this. It's still just slaying them out, but it's more to do with, you know, the team chemistry, getting the cuts, setting the way, setting out how your play should be on the map. But, you know, I think the faction are great at Capture the Flag, if that's just common sense.
So you're tipping the faction to win?
Yep, I'm tipping the faction to win. Just
scoreline. Give me a scoreline before I go back into the action.
I'm going to give it a 3-1 in favour of the faction.
3-1 in favour of the faction. Well, currently, right now, it's 3-0, and it's only been 2.5 minutes. So, Swifty does have this flag as well. 2 out of the 3 flag captures have been off stalemates as well, mind you. Team have been able to, you know, work away, pick off that kill, get that return, and then get that capture, which is exactly what is seemingly happening right now. Swifty back over to his base. Now, the difference is that after the return, Hopey was actually able to go there, pick up that flag, and go for a little bit more of a run. Now, you see him there. He's going to be contested there by a player. I do believe that he's going to be Blue contesting that one, and he's actually able to get tags off that as well. Benno actually able to pick off that kill at the same time. So Swifty and Hopey have their respective flags. We do have Swifty, I do believe, being contested here by Myksta. They're just going to be rotating. You notice that rotation through just to the back, using that little bit of, you know, that building as cover, and you know his teammates there as well to help support that. Now you notice 4 kills happening just like that, able to go in for those flag captures, able to make it 4-0, and that's only in the first half. That's only with 1:40 still on this timer. So Barney, right here, we'll be able to, you know, just go in for another capture. That's 5-0. Back in now. Let's see if they have a shot to stay in this series and to stay into the winners bracket here of our CGP finals. We are going to be having Maka, who's running under MF Dens. Always plays with me, plays with my mind there. He's going to be trying to go in for this capture, but he does get shut down. That's going to be there by Barney, who's going for the shots. Gets a second one as well, but finally we'll get shut down there in the side. We are going to be having Swifty going to be going forward, and you know, he's going to try and get these shots, and he's able to just go back over into the bend while Luca goes for this run. He's going to then support his teammate, and Luca's going to be basically home free. Just one player left to defend him, but with that stomp, no one was going to stop him. And even though 3 players are down there, leading 6-0 with 43 seconds left on the clock, and that is just a crazy scoreline. Did mention in one of the earlier maps that in Capture the Flag Ascend, you know, they won a scoreline, I believe, 10-2 against the top team, you know, against the top Australian team. So, you know, they played exceptionally well for that, and you know, right now 6-0, and it's only been 4 minutes. 4.5 minutes in this game. Is just crazy to see what the second half's going to become. But of course, you've got to keep in mind, of course, sides are going to swap, and we're going to do it all again for another 5 minutes. But this could be the final 5 minutes coming up right here in this Capture the Flag. Dean's going to try and go for a last second run. Not going to have enough time to run that one in. But now at the halftime break, Jabbo, I got to ask you, you predicted a 3-1. It's currently 6-0. Do you want to change that prediction?
Of course I would love to. You know, 3-1 is definitely very different to 6. So I guess the answer was they do play well at delayed respawns. You really can't judge the faction on the way they've played in recent games, because they just surprise you. They just, you know, as I've said this before and I've cast them, they are renowned for one of the best teams in the AusCOD community. Pronounced for one of the best underage teams in the AusCOD community. Correction there, and yeah, they just always provide something special and a great game for all spectators watching.
Definitely seems to be quite true at this current time. I definitely think I can agree with that. Right now, though, they're going to be, just straight off the bat. It's only been 24 seconds, and they're already running this flag. Already in the circle room is blue. They're going to have a player contesting through both doorways. Now, players, he does notice, but he will get shut down in the end as Maka tries to run this flag. Barney will pick this one up, and he's deciding which way he wants to go through now. He's about to literally run straight past someone, and they're going to be going different routes in the end, but he's going to be wading over into his side of the base. Going to just be going over through the bottom yellow side, over just on the ramp, waiting for his teammates to really do what they do best. Dean will now get shut down as Benno tries to get a couple of shots, and you do notice Maka is going to be here at his side of the map, but he does get taken down. That flag should be returned right now, and it does. Barney's going to go in for this capture. That's 7-0, and that's 4 minutes still remaining. Now, I don't think the question at this current stage is about whether they are or not going to win. It's more about what scoreline it is going to be, because while I don't want to rule Avant out, it's 3 minutes 40 on the clock with 7 flag captures to make. Now, is it possible? Yes. Have I seen Avant, be able to pull something like that giant comeback, or have I seen that comeback be made at all? No, I haven't. So the odds are stacked in their favor, stacked against them rather, and the faction, I mean, they've played this one nicely. I mean, it's the same with any half-based game. If you can set up a great lead in the first half, the second half is going to make it that much trickier for your opposition. If you start off that half with a great start as well, that's just going to keep your victories that much better and that much smoother. And I mean, Blue was able to pick off 4 kills before he died right there over onto the opposition flag, as Luca is able to stroll on in here, pick up the flag, and then just walk about as if it's their side of the map. Right now, a couple of pre-shots, we'll see Luca and Blue fall, but Barney has this flag, and they're going to be running. He's going to be running through the bottom underground of the map, so he's going to be just strolling through, just no one really contesting him. His teammates picking off the kills over on his flag, and you notice that teamwork that they currently do have as well. Just looking at the minimap, I wasn't even paying attention to what Barney was moving across. You saw that while he was pulling that flag, players were across the map from the faction. The second they died, they went off their respawn. They set up different angles to watch over on their side of the map to cover all bases from any players from Avant who are looking to try and get an interception or get a flag return, and therefore the flag carrier was just able to run on in and make a very, very easy flag capture. Now, with that, we do have Dean taking down Blue and Barney taking down Hopi, but Maka is going to try and pick up this flag. Now, we do have a couple of kills trading here, and 3 players down from either team, but Dean was finally able to walk away with this flag capture, but once again, we see them being able to walk 5 or 10 meters away, then getting shut down. With 2 minutes remaining, the scoreline is 8-0, and this looks like this could be a quick 3-0. The faction didn't want to mess around here, and once again, I do got to say, it's a 4-team double elimination. What that means is that all you need is 1 victory to place in the money, and it does seem like they've got that one. They've guaranteed themselves at least $400 here in the CGP Season 1 Finals. Now, 90 seconds still remaining. 9-0 is in this scoreline. So that was 10 seconds of capture, and unfortunately that's just not mathematically possible to be able to do. That is going to be the faction taking that one out 3-0, knocking AVANT-GARDE into the losers bracket. Now what that means is that the loser of Mindfreak and Integral Nation will play off AVANT-GARDE. The winner will play off the Faction AU in this one. Still 60 seconds remaining though, and the Faction still determined to put those flag captures in on the board. And Blue, you see right there, was trying to run that flag, but finally we saw a couple of flag captures in, or rather a single flag capture in. Maka was able to go in from Avant, able to go through and able to put one on the board, which is a great thing for them. Right now we do have the final 30 seconds ticking down, and we have Swifty actually going for a double kill, and yeah, we are going to be having them. Benno being able to take down no one, apparently. He's going to get shut down. Barney and Luca able to make good work there. Final 18 seconds for them being ticking on down. Will they be able to get a final flag capture to round it off into a nice double figure? And that is going to be the case. 10-1 will be your final capture the flag scoreline here on Ascent, as the faction clean that one up 3-0 here in the series, and securing themselves in the money here for our CGP Season 1. Now, right now, of course, once again, that is going to to be the end of that series, and unfortunately the end of our production here and our broadcast here for tonight. But we do have more action coming up tomorrow with our midweek number 19. Registration has just closed for that, and if you need any core changes or whatnot, if you don't have any of those, feel free to send me a message and we can sort them out for you. Or send any admin a message and we'll be able to sort that out for you. But that is going to be a 3-0. That is going to be the faction moving on to the next round of the competition. Of course, we do have 1 match per week for each of these teams. 2 rounds currently in this period. So we'll be trying to get into that Mindfreak versus Integral match when we can. Whenever they organise it, I'll definitely be trying to get into this one. To put in example, this match is basically a 5-minute notice. And yeah, just like that. That will mark the end of our production here for this match. And yeah, I'm Myksta. I was joined by Jabbo, and I'm sure he's still there as well. But unfortunately, lagging out of one of the games and not being able to join in time for the rest has unfortunately left him out for map 2 and 3. But it was a quick series. It was a nice and easy series, and that marks the end of it. So we'll be back tomorrow for our midweek. But until then, I'm Myksta, joined by Jabbo, and we'll catch you then.